Alright guys, welcome back to What If Raditz raised Gohan. I'm enjoying this series, hope you're enjoying it too. Let's get into the Buu saga. Gohan has to do something. He has to bring back Nappa. He hears rumors of the Dragon Balls, but he doesn't know if it's true. Gohan decides to go alone. Vegeta will run his empire. He doesn't need anyone else for this. Gohan would fly straight towards Namek. As he was going there, he would hear a voice. It was Nappa. You know you don't have to do this, Gohan. I want to see you, but Nappa, even if there's a small chance I can see you, I have to do it. Nappa would agree, reluctantly. As Gohan landed, he would search for the Dragon Balls and slaughter the Namekians. He knew about the Elder and their connection, so he didn't kill him. The Namekians were no match, and as he gathered them all, he got the password and managed to make his wish. He wished Nappa back to life, and he wished that Nappa would be brought to Namek, right in front of him. As he granted the wish, Nappa would look down at Gohan. As Gohan would look up and hug him, Nappa would hug him too. Nappa would smile, saying, "I'm proud of you, kid. Thank you, Nappa, and I got something to show you." Nappa would turn into a Super Saiyan. Gohan was so impressed. "Yeah, me and your dad trained in Otherworld. I was stuck on some planet in house arrest, but it's good to be back." Nappa and Gohan both smiled and began to talk about their experiences. But the dragon looked at him and said, "You still have one more wish." Gohan thought about it, and he decided to wish that him, Vegeta, and Nappa wouldn't age once they reached 40. And the dragon granted the wish and left. Nappa said, "What was that for?" "So we don't die of old age. Why didn't you just wish for immortality?" "I could, but then it'll be boring. What's the fun of fighting if you don't feel any pain?" Nappa looked down at Gohan. He remembered when he hated the pain. He remembered when he cried out for it to stop. But now, he enjoys it. Now it pushes him to go further. Nappa smirked. He became a true Saiyan. We cut to years later, as the Buu saga was about to begin. Gohan would be on his throne. Not much would be different. Suddenly, someone would walk in, though. Gohan would get up and say, "Identify yourself." As Vegeta and Nappa got ready to fight, it was the Grand Supreme Kai. He said, "No need to fight me. I'm here to help you. A dangerous threat has come into the universe that will threaten your empire." Gohan would look at him as he looked familiar. Then he remembered Frieza had something in his files about him, the Supreme Kai of the universe. Vegeta began to walk down to him and say, "Why should we trust you? Why shouldn't we just kill you?" Supreme Kai Shin would walk back and say, "Because if you do, you won't be able to fight Majin Buu." Majin Buu. Gohan then realized what he was talking about. He'd never seen him in person, but he saw through Frieza's files that he was someone Frieza should never fight, along with Beerus. Gohan would agree to follow him. As Vegeta and Nappa reluctantly went with Supreme Kai Shin. Nappa hasn't been killing anyone lately. He's just been overseeing some projects here and there and flexing his muscles. Nappa's gone soft a bit, but Vegeta and Gohan didn't really care. Gohan really liked Nappa. He was his only friend. And Vegeta, as long as Nappa didn't get in the way, it was fine. Eventually, they did arrive on planet Earth. And as they arrived, Gohan was shocked to see Goku. Goku had a halo over his head. He said, "Hey, fortune teller Barba survived. Seems like I'm able to visit you, son. It's been a long time." He looked over at Nappa and smiled, seeing that he got to see Nappa again, and even more so that he got to see his son. He would run over and hug Gohan, but Gohan would just push him off. Gohan really didn't remember much of his father, since he only knew him when he was a toddler. He would look up and say, "Yeah, that's great and all, but where's Majin Buu at?" Supreme Kai Shin would sigh. They brought Goku back to maybe make Gohan more timid and listen more, since he was a bit of a wild card, but it seems like that wouldn't work. They flew over to Bobity's base, as Bobity wanted to lure them in to get more energy. Suddenly, Deborah would look up at them as he flew over and killed Kibito, then tried to spit on everyone, but everyone simply dodged it, as Gohan simply kicked him down to the floor. Well, Deborah, huh? Tell me, do demons feel fear?" he would say as he landed. Deborah would get up and run into the spaceship. "Oh, come here, you coward." Shin would say, "Wait, it's a trap. We should..." Gohan would say, "No, trap or not, I'm gonna slaughter them all," as he jumped inside the spaceship. as everyone else followed them. As the spaceship was locked in, the first stage was about to begin. Suddenly, Pui would appear. As he looked at all of them, they all began to get ready. As Gohan said, "You fight, father," Shin would say, "No, we all need to fight together." But then Gohan charged the ki blast and aimed it at Shin. "Shut up." Shin would then sigh and stop talking. "I want to see what you're made of." Goku would go up and fight Pui. Pui would then try to attack Goku with everything he had, but it really didn't do much. Goku just beat him up and said, "You can go now." Pui got up and ran away, but as he ran away, Babidi made him blow up. Babidi was angered by this. How could Pui lose? The next match was Yakon. Gohan also wanted to see what Nappa had. True, he sparred with him every once in a while, but he never really got to see him fight someone like the good old days, so he had Nappa fight Yakon. Gohan was saving his strength for Dabura. He knew he was going to be the real prey. Nappa would fight Yakon. It would go the same way that Goku fought Yakon. But as they got down to the final level, Dabura showed up, but so did Raditz. Raditz was back to life, and he had an M on his forehead. Goku, along with everyone else, was totally shocked. How could this be? Dabura would laugh. "I heard about him, the one that trained Gohan. I decided to train with him myself and make him stronger so he can join me. I even gave up a life so he can come back. Anything's possible when you're a demon." Gohan would say, "I'll take Raditz," with anger and determination in his eyes. Goku would say, "Listen, you don't have to fight him. I know you have trauma, but I killed him once, I'll kill him again." As he flew in and began to fight Raditz, Goku sighed as then he began to fight Dabura. The battle collected more and more energy. Goku took care of Dabura rather quick, but Gohan and Raditz were pushing each other more and more, both in Super Saiyan 2. Raditz had a massive Majin boost and training with Dabura himself, and Gohan had great potential, so it was an amazing fight, and they began to push each other more and more and more. As they wanted to get involved, Gohan said, "No, this is my fight." Gohan then began to laugh. "Raditz, you realize how stupid you are for thinking you can defeat me? I beat you as a child. What makes you think you can beat me now? That's different. We're on the same playing field. We have the same forms. I can defeat you. I am your uncle, and you kill me like I'm nothing? Shut up. You took me away, turned me into the man I was. I guess I should thank you. Because, well, without you, I wouldn't have the power, but still." Because if Gohan began to scream as the entire spaceship began to shake. Suddenly his hair began to grow rapidly as Gohan transformed to a Super Saiyan 3. Gohan looked down at Raditz. "I don't like this form, it uses too much stamina, but it should be satisfying to kill you with the next step of Super Saiyan to show you how worthless you really are." Raditz was shocked. How was this possible? He just achieved Super Saiyan 2. He didn't think there was someone beyond 3. Even Goku was shocked. No one thought this was possible. As Raditz looked at him and said, "Damn you!" and began to charge a double Sunday as he blasted at Gohan with all of his energy, but Gohan simply knocked it out of the way. It charged a Gallic gun, blowing off his head. However, Super Saiyan 3 uses lots and lots and lots of energy every second it's out. With all this energy being used, Babidi had enough energy, as suddenly Majin Buu would be revived. As steam came from the spaceship, a fat, pink creature began to walk out. As it yelled, "Majin Buu!" Gohan then looked at Supreme Kai. "This is Majin Buu. This is who I'm supposed to be scared of. Yes, don't let his looks fool you. Shut up. I'm gonna take care of this trash. Such a worthless being if you can't even defeat him. You don't deserve to be called a supreme being." Babidi would look at him and say, "Ha, that's what you think," but before he could even finish talking, Vegeta simply flew in and cut off his head. He was getting annoying, as suddenly Gohan began to charge a massive Gallic gun. As Gohan launched a massive Gallic gun with all of his strength, with all of his power, he knew Super Saiyan 3 wouldn't last long. He could feel the stamina draining within him. It hit Majin Buu and began to wipe out every atom. He couldn't even regenerate. Gohan didn't even know he could regenerate. He put all of his strength into that power as he just destroyed him. As Gohan then turned back to base and passed out, Goku would walk over to him and pick him up, saying, "I love you, son. Even though you've gone down a dark path, there's still good in you. You still are kind to Nappa. Maybe you can get through to him." He looks at Nappa. Nappa says, "I doubt it, but I'll try. For you." Nappa smiles, and Goku smiles too, as he holds Gohan. Vegeta would say, "Oh, shut up. Gohan is a true Saiyan now, like he should be, like you should have been, Kakarot," but Goku just ignores him as he holds Gohan. Gohan would wake up later, and they would spend time together, but Gohan wouldn't like Goku. He wouldn't love him. He wasn't even his father to him anymore. To him, he was just a person who was almost forgotten. And that's where I'll leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you think of the video down below. Peace out. I love you all.